Like there was a great environment. Us winning by 10, we had a chance to tie it or win it at the end. And the key to the game was number 23 running down the left side, having 12 points doing that, and us not getting back. So that was the game right there.
KK, did you feel like, all things considered, you got a pretty good look there at the end, or what were you sort of hoping for?
Honestly, we just kind of made a mental error out there. A lot of us thought we were down 3, we were down 2, and we thought we were going for the 3. Easily could have attacked and tried to draw contact. Got a good look, just wasn't near the hoop.
Just KK, just out, in the first game, you guys were able to thrive in transition. Did they slow you down a little bit, and then also their transition may have got you a couple times tonight?
Right. We didn't get back very well in transition tonight. And then as far as it goes, they did an okay job, but I thought we hit ourselves more in transition than them really stopping us.
How?
I think just not boxing out there and have multiple chances for a rebound, and then when we were getting it out, we just weren't pushing the ball like we were at the first one.
When did you feel like they got some pretty good looks against you inside and a bunch of big points in the paint, and really were able to score some in there?
Yeah, definitely. They were able to step in, and they're a lot bigger than us, and we knew that coming in, and we weren't able to push them out like we wanted to.
Did they challenge maybe more shots this time as opposed to the first game?
I actually don't think so. They're big, like I said, and we just had to rebound and push, and I feel like they slowed us down a little bit there.
Just Sharon, with no timeouts there, what were you wanting on that last possession?
We were just attacking. We call a certain play, we have a dribble handoff, an on-ball screen, so maybe that would have caused, a foul. We're just looking for the best shot. Everybody, it wasn't whether it was a 3 or a 2, it was just trying to find the best shots, but we didn't set good screens. So it's usually it's a handoff, someone has an option, and they have a next option, have a next option. If not, you attack and try to find. So, we got it where Courtney ended up in her hands, she attacked, but the big kid was on her and kicked it to KK. So, at least we had a look. But all the people were in the paint, so it would have been hard for anybody to get a layup or try to attempt a layup.
You finally got maybe a couple defensive stops late, but earlier in the game, you get it to one possession, but just couldn't come up with that one stop maybe to turn the tide a little bit, maybe 2 or 3 minutes earlier.
Where it was a 2-point game, and we had 2 turnovers in a row right at midcourt, and that kind of turned the tide. And then we were trying to play catch up, but we still had an opportunity. They didn't shoot free throws well, and we had opportunities to come down and score every time, and we attacked, and we got to the foul line. So, our team did everything that we needed to do. We just weren't able to make that shot at the end, but it shouldn't have came down to that.
You might have started to answer this, but you've talked before about good turnovers and bad turnovers, or at least okay turnovers and bad turnovers. A couple of those in the middle of that half, like you mentioned, were of the bad variety. It sort of led directly to pretty easy buckets for them.
Yeah, and that's what hurts you. Bad turnovers when you can, they get the ball and they go down uncontested. Nobody's even close to them, and it's usually, at the top of the key area. Others, if you throw it out of bounds, a turnover, then you can set your defense. But it wasn't just those, it was just in general. We did a lot better in the second half sharing the basketball and not having as many turnovers. The first half it was 6 and 11, 6 assists, 11 turnovers. So it wasn't gelling. KK and I were talking, it's like people need to run the offense, and kept bailing out the need to run the offense. And they were more physical and got after it, so you got to give them credit defensively.
Coach, could you assess your defensive performance on Lucas and maybe how the attention paid to her led open shots for other players?
Yeah, the first half she scored quite a bit. I don't think we did a good job trapping her. We gave her space. She wasn't using the screen, so she was able to get some shots off. I thought the second half we did better. But the girl that hurt us was 23, just running the left side of the floor. That's it.
Just now, you start the second half. This is the Big Ten season, 3 back in the loss column of Penn State. But I guess you still feel like you're playing pretty well, that one loss doesn't turn into 2 now?
Well, that's what you plan on. Penn State's 12th in the country. We're 15th or 16th. It's a great basketball game. We didn't get blown out. We played good basketball. So, every team's very tough. We played Michigan State. We only played them one time. They're a very physical team, you know, and they're hungry. They're still trying to get in the top of the league, as like us, fighting. You know, so we've been resilient before, so hopefully we have great leadership from, you know, our seniors and our juniors, and know that we got to get back in the saddle. If we don't come with that, then we'll struggle.
You talked about, you know, things kind of being out of sync on offense, people not running the offense. Is it, you know, Courtney only got 7 shots tonight. Is that part of that, or were they just pretty good defense on her and she couldn't get the open looks?
It had nothing to do with that. It was, you know, we're trying to run plays, and if they saw one open look, we took the shot rather than moving the ball and sharing it like we had been. You know, and again, we discussed that a little bit, and I thought the second half we did a lot better. We shared the ball and wasn't just one dribble and shooting the ball the quick shots, and that's how they got that transition a little bit. First time we were able to attack them and move the ball a little bit more, so they weren't able to be in that transition offense attack mode.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.